Hello everyone, my name's FlareBlitzed and welcome back to Vampire's Melody. Let's see what we do now with our new tokens. If we can select a choice, there we go. Fine, I'm going to exchange for something to eat then. Go ahead. Yella waves her hand. Go away. Sits on a chair and closes her eyes in meditation. Seems she's saving her energy for our next step. I can only wonder what horrors await with us next steps. What are you thinking when noticing these blood packs? You wish. Yellow is already up from her chair. She seems rested enough. This is a little ditty from my hometown. We would always sing whenever we prepare any food. You sing really horribly. How come you only have one bottle of water? They didn't give you the bread? I have eaten them. This bottle is for you. She can't consume that either. Like, did you not know from the last time that she can only consume blood? I thought this would be no good. How are you going to do it then? I saw that room was locked, and the nurse had the key. Within the 300 years, much has changed. There's such a thing called electronics, and those electronics can also be used as surveillance. And if they see you two doing that, you two will surely be locked up. Yeah, like us, for example. Last time we had a multiple choice option, we ended the game with an ending. So I don't know which one of these would do the same for us. Hide in the restroom. Let's go to the restroom. Where? Fortunately, I checked out the place and spotted a restroom halfway along the corridor beyond the foyer when I went to collect my bread earlier. Yeah, this is slowly becoming more romantic, don't you think? I enter the nearest cubicle. Yellow quickly squeezes in with me and I shut the door. Where's this chair? You have no idea, pal. Normally you'd wait for the steps to go away. Like, they continue, but they go away. But if you finally hear noises just stopping, like, they were louder, then it just stops, just don't go, because they're still there. Who's there? My heart feels as if someone is pinching it. We are caught. I didn't expect Yella to get a fright by the security guard's yell. She crashed into my arms, producing a loud thump. Yeah, bad cover-up, mate. That's not gonna work. Employee number? What employee number? My head is in a mess and I probably wouldn't be able to bluff my way out, so I can only turn to Yella for help. Yella looks at me and glances at the door bolt. She seems to be wondering if we should open it. This is your final warning. Open the door. No tricks, or else I will shoot. Shoot? We have no cover at all in this place. If he fires in our direction, we are dead. But wait, I look at Yellow for confirmation. She seems to have calmed down this time, and she nods. Oh dear, this don't look good. Yeah, fancy seeing that. You're probably expecting the worst scenario when it comes to a person walking out of a cubicle. Okay, perfectly fine. And then somebody else walking out of what appears to be the opposite gender. It's done. Oh no, that security guard. I open my eyes, see the guard down on the floor in yellow with blood-stained lips. Vampirism. Out of context, this is. Yes, security guards do tend to have a lot of keys on them. Blood depository. That sounds like a place where you would store blood. Deposit. Looks like we've come to the right place. Even if they don't indicate it, I know this is a place. I can smell that aroma from here. You have a keen sense of smell. She's a vampire. What do you expect? Look, I have about 420 different sets of keys, okay, lady? Can you just let me open the door without being interrupted? The more you talk to me, the more distracted I am, and therefore the longer this will take. Oh dear, another security guard is here. A voice suddenly booms out from behind while I try every key. This unexpected shout startles me and I drop a bunch of keys. The voice came from two security guards behind us. They are standing at both sides of the corridor while pointing their guns at us. Fully alert. This could be our opportunity while one of them is closing in on us. We can use the front one as a meat shield. Good idea. Immediately afterwards, I detect a gust of wind followed by the sound of someone's small leather shoes on the ground and wall. Deafening gunshots and bullets hitting the wall. Monster! Ah! But everything becomes quiet again after the wall rose. Chaotic noises and the guard screams. I feel like he's been eaten, or at least bitten. You're the only one who can do something about this. Okay. Oh gosh, we got ourselves a, goodness sakes, big decision up on our hands. Come on, save. Please. Please think about this. Quickly tackle the guard. If Yella dies, I will definitely meet a similar fate. Ah. I grit my teeth and yell to encourage myself as I pounce on the guard. But my size is too small compared to him. My charge can only send him staggering by a few steps. Yeah. And then he turns around to deliver a heavy punch. My right ear has a loud popping sound and I'm seeing stars. Okay, so bravery would get us told off and running away would get us told off. What else is there? Something more deceptive. Because maybe you don't know pain like humans do, Yella. Look at her mouth gaped open like that. Goodness sakes. Thanks, I think I need to say thank you in this order for saying that I've done well. You still dare to say you don't attack people. And since I've done well, how come I'm still a servant? I can't get a promotion? Not this early, boy. Completed chapter 2. Now where are we going along with this? After we leave the blood bank, I'll follow Yella to the main road with the knapsack on my back as it sways from side to side. The streets at night considerably more deserted compared to daytime, yes. But there are going to be more thug activities. I don't think the vampire core should have body odor. I think it was you from your own sweat. I mean, she has herself. She can perfectly do this. A bath, you say? It's rare, but I'd like to do that too. At present, a few cars with flashing red and blue lights are screaming loudly as they pass us. What is written on them? Police! I never saw this type of car before. They have special colours and several big letters written at the side. Seems to be the police. It turns her head sideways and looks on nonchalantly at the cars speeding past. They seem to be heading towards the blood bank. Yeah? What do you think? What about it? Are they going to arrest us? You afraid now? I am. I'm just a small boy with big dreams, okay? Yeah, but more high-tech and civilized. I never stayed in any of those before. I would need money to stay there. Don't you have it? You pinched them from that guard. Yeah, the wallet. And we're at a hotel now. We enter the hotel, Yella pointed out. The entire lobby only has 2 seats and a very small reception counter. A middle-aged man sat quietly behind the counter and seems indifferent to our presence. He's preoccupied with a colourful book in his hand, and that book seems to have pictures of... Okay, let's move on. This person should be the hotel's manager. Hello, may I know how much is a room for one night? 150 for a king size, 100 for a twin, and 80 for a single room. The manager asks without looking up. Do they have a place where I can bathe? King's room and twin's room have their own bathroom. Single rooms don't have those. What should we do? We can't bathe on 90. It's so expensive. When you have enough money to stay in a single room at most, I have no choice but to look at Yella to ask for her opinion. She pinches me. Ask for a twin room. We only... Really now? Can you do that? I think this choice does affect the outcome, for goodness sakes. Like, we need a passport, or driving license, or a social security card. Where to obtain them? What? Okay, maybe we can do that. Sorry, could you tell me where to obtain them, please? The manager raised his head and looked at me and Yella all over because he snorts softly. Take this. He retrieves a stack of papers from the counter, takes out a small solid card from the pile, and tosses it in my direction. I quickly step forward to catch it. Get out now that you have it. I will call the police immediately if you don't have any identification next time round. It might just be the same model, but this looks like the nurse from earlier. You've ordered pasta and tomato sauce, crispy fried fish, and a pineapple pizza. Is there anything else? Do you serve any drinks here? Holum roots. Come on, man. Look at the goddamn menu and see if there is such a stuff as that. No, I'm terribly sorry. Don't have that thing you mentioned. Can't be. Don't people drink those in the past? They could relive the teach. Well, this might be a very sour alternative for our man here. Or bitter, I mean. Coffee? I look at the list of prices for coffee on the menu. It is simply daylight robbery. I don't think so. And this guy doesn't know what a credit card is. She must be expecting me to pay in advance. The restaurants of this era are so calculating. Can't we allow patrons to finish their meal before... No! That is what you would call a potential robbery. I take out the wallet and hand her 3 notes with the number 10 printed on them. Alright, please wait. The waitress prepares to leave, but Yella quickly stops her. Hold on a minute. You'd like to ask about something? What do the numbers on this card mean? Yella covers the other words on the card and only shows the waitress that set of numbers. That is a telephone number in this area. The waitress leans closer to look at the card and gives her answer. You can use that to telephone outside to call this number. Telephone number? What is... Yeah, we can definitely be seen as country bumpkins, for goodness sakes. Like, it's harsh, but it's not surprising. Well, she was very understanding, wasn't she? The waitress smiles and nods at us before leaving. Walker Raylan, you could lie so bluntly without letting your heart skip a beat. Can't you see I did that for the both of us? Fine, as long as you don't lie to me. So it tells me this is not going to go well, but let's have faith in these two as they try their hands on a telephone for the first time. Looking at the phone more closely, there is a means of payment, but you need to insert first before using the phone. There we go, thanks to the waitress's help, we're now through. That's good, I won't disturb your conversation then. Goodbye. Thank you very much. The waitress nods and returns to the restaurant. The receiver produces a series of beeping noises, followed by a person's voice from the earpiece before long enters a man's voice. Hello, vacuum cleaner company. This is not about goddamn identification services. This hotel manager has put us through into a vacuum cleaning company. That's going to be a problem. That's even harder because we have not even passed our driving licenses. They don't even know what a car is. Oh gosh. We don't even have that kind of money on us. 500? There'll be 1,000 for 2 people. Those paper notes are worth so little. Yep. Food is just the small thing and other things are huge. Like massive. I mean, you could just drink their blood instead, but okay, whatever suits you. I gather they have all died a long time ago. It's so infuriating. Yeah, because we could have just simply sold all of that what was in the vault to then get money. I suppose we can't really tell anyone that we're time travelers because that is scientifically impossible even in this era. Ah, the television you're seeing. Hold on, what is the amount of blood? How much is it worth? Worth around... Is that right? Indeed, it was. That fast. The 3 security personnel have been sent to a hospital for observation, and they are in stable condition, but they claim they could not remember anything about time as if they had developed short-term memory loss. I presume that's what the vampire does so that it prevents them from being spotted. You said Mr. Cook gave you that name. What's he like? Why are you asking this question all of a sudden? Just curious. Anything wrong with that? He was an easygoing and strict man. His culinary skills were impressive, yet he would often quarrel with his customers. Sounds like he had a bad temper. Why did he become your father? Actually, he was very nice. Although I'd lived in this former small town when I was a child, I wasn't born here. I was born in the old continent, but I never saw my natural parents. I stayed in an orphanage from the time I could learn about things. Mr. Cook adopted me after that, so he became my father, and brought me to this new continent. Really? You were born in the old continent, but you grew up in the new continent? Ah, so this must mean we're in America then, if we're referring to this as the new continent. Yeah, that makes sense. At least you could dig an entire vault to store your treasures. God knows how many lifetimes I would need to accumulate the amount of worth. That amount of worth. Never mind, it's all in the past now. We've been running for an entire day, and you must be tired. Get some rest. You should take a nap too. I stretched myself upon hearing her reminder. Indeed, the procedure will take over after a full meal. Just sleep. Yella looks out the window, lost in thought again. Good night. I glance at her, using both hands as a pillow, and slowly drift off to sleep after resting my head on the table. The next morning, we're woken up by all the noise from the restaurant staff handling the furniture and eating utensils roughly. Upon looking around, I noticed that waitress from last night is gone. A burly man is in her place instead. Did he stare at us just now? Units for rent. 1 bedroom, 1 living room and 1 bathroom. Furnishings provided. $1,500 per month. Ooh, this looks interesting. She's attracted by an advertisement signboard in front of an apartment. That looks good. What? $1,500 a month? It comes to only $50 per day and will be much cheaper than to stay in a hotel. Yeah, we don't have that amount of money, but we can accumulate that amount of money over a month to be able to do that. Yes, you're right. I count our money and we only have 70 left. What should we do then? What should we do? Money. Money. A job. Yella frowns, shuts her eyes and begins to mumble. We can't possibly rob others all the time. Yella suddenly opens her eyes as she's hit upon a bright idea before I can finish. Rob? Exactly. Isn't that money? We just need to snitch it from others since this is my forte. Let's go and see who is that unfortunate soul for today. What? Look around you. Did you notice a police car with those wailing noises would pass us every few minutes? Do you think they would allow you to rob anyone as you please? You're really stupid. I won't rob anyone in front of the police. We should look for people who are alone. No, aren't you a vampire with your principles? We'll look for lone criminals then. They're the same. Criminals? Yeah, people who do bad stuff. People need to buy things at shops and make their payments there. So those places should have far more money stored inside than any person you see on the street. Ho ho! That works. Bravo, you have guts, my servant. I only thought of looking after your weak spirit at first, so I didn't look at such a big target. Since you've put it that way, let's find a rich and unlucky shop. No, don't forget the police. We need to avoid them. How are we going to avoid the police with such a blatant act of robbery as a store? Of course we can't do it in the city since the police are on patrol everywhere, but we passed a rundown suburb on our way here from your estate. I remember we didn't see anyone in uniform, let alone a police car there. Suburb? Right. We're now certain that our target is a store in the suburbs when we deduce along these lines. We'll not only avoid the police, but we can also gain a lot of money in one robbery. You. Yella stared at me quietly. What? You've become so smart after one night. I think it was a pizza that does it. No, it wasn't actually. Chapter 3 already. Okay, so 2 times we've had multiple choices and we've been successful. We need to go back at some point and see what the failures were. You know, for some people they probably would wish at, you know. A wash? Really? I wanted to make sure I heard it correctly, but the area near my ear got hit hard immediately. What is with that sinister look? I don't mean I'm allowing you to... Yella's blushing face proves I didn't hear her wrongly. So vampire girls would use an inappropriate pickup line at times. I know. Yeah, because there's not a convenience store. Yella's finally arrived at the same conclusion as I had a little earlier. She watches those 2 men return. Right, Missy, you finally realised it. I don't need to waste my breath in explaining to you then. You're noisy. Yella kicks me and begins to think. Suspicious. Right, what kind of convenience store would hire so many employees to look after it, and even send people to monitor customer movements? They have a lot of people, and I won't even allow anyone inside. The shop may be a front that is used for some other purpose. Yep, the question is, what is it? The sun is a star. Forget it. I don't have any hopes on you. Have you thought of a way to get our hands on those goodies inside the convenience store? You should be able to do this. I wanted to think about this first, but you interrupted me. Then hurry up and think now. No hurry. Anyway, the sun is so intense, and you can't use all your powers now. I just need to think of something before the sun sets. Suit yourself, but you better think of a way, or else. You said that earlier. He's shouting loudly and it seems deliberate. Well, 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 we have a young girl here. The man is startled upon seeing Yella. Then he relaxes and extends his raised hand in her direction. Yella smoothly grabs the cashier's right arm, sending him turning a full 180 degrees, and bites the back of his neck. Oh my gosh, the hulking man drops like a sack of potatoes, and a pistol on his hip clatters to the floor. Watch out! Inside! Yella's about to enter the store when the shop's tainted door suddenly opens, and several black-garbed men with handguns emerge. Damn! Who dares to create trouble in Tiger Barber's territory? game then. Figured. You will always be the decoy, my friend, and Yella will be the one who will attack. I only get up to see what happened inside without bothering to pick up that gun. There we have it. I wonder what I pressed. But drawing the device suddenly extends out, and it actually had banknotes inside. Haha, score! I smiled in delight and stuffed the cash into my pockets, but my rough estimate, I have a total of more than $800, although there is a small sum compared to the amount Yella used to enjoy in the past. It's still enough to last us for a while. After putting all the money into my pockets, I go over to join Yella. Did you store all of it, or just some of it? Something going on? My muscles, which relaxed earlier, has become tense again. I already tried to induce myself to vomit and inject... What? If I pass out for poison as well, both of us would die here. What's wrong with you? You didn't get poisoned? She suddenly returned to herself, and it gave me such a fright that I choked on my own saliva. Poisoned by what? Why do you answer me? I called you for quite a while. I was thinking about something. How could I possibly hear it when you called so softly that it sounded like a mosquito buzzing around? Okay. A mosquito buzzing around. Yeah, over here. Beckons me to come over and I obey her. Look, there's a lot of money. Aha! We can just put the money in this box. Won't that make us look suspicious if we just carry a cardboard box around? We see 4 to 5 bread-shaped cars parked on the road in front when we step out of the store. Hurry! We quickly duck into a narrow alleyway at the side while the car's occupants haven't climbed out, and we run as fast as we can. Be as quiet as you can. Great, we lost the money because he tripped. Ignore the money, catch those 2 young rogues. Maybe I've scattered the money behind us and there is some confusion among our pursuers. We seize the opportunity to run as quickly as possible. Want to find a corner to lose them, but this alley is really long, and Yella is pulling me more strongly. It seems I'm slowing her down. Leave me and run off by yourself if you can't make it. Shut up! She's pulling even harder. I think my arm is going to break off any second. We've reached the end. A wall is standing at the end of the alley. Those people from behind are pursuing us again, and bullets are beginning to whiz past us in great frequency. The minute we stop, we will be shredded to pieces instantly. We can still go along either side. Run to the alleyway. To the left. To the right. The main road is too well lit, and we will be easy pickings them, yeah, because vision, or light, means vision. Ouch, that sounds bad. After a short dizzy spell, I open my eyes again, but I'm still greeted by an expanse of darkness. I may be looking upwards because my knapsack is on my back. Maybe that backpack cushioned the impact and I didn't end up with any broken bones, but my butt still hurts. What about Yella? I suddenly realised both my hands are empty after holding Yella's hand all the while, and I have no idea where she is. I want to get up and panic, but something seems to be pinning me, and my hips won't obey me. I thought pushing the thing that is pinning me aside upon touching it. That thing actually feels soft and it is made of cloth and a bit round in shape. Yella, where are you? Her voice is coming from somewhere very close by, as if she's right ahead. Don't tell me. I use my hand to squeeze a soft circular cloth again. What are you... Okay. Oh, dearie me. So we are in a place of hiding. Oh, we're in a sewer system then. You can still move while carrying me? It's okay. This is the first time I carry you anyway. I support both her feet with my hands as best as I can to allow her more stability on my back. Climb up? This seems like the worst decision, but okay. There are some runs for us to climb up, but it seems that opening can only fit one person across. I'll go up and take a look. You wait here. Be careful, they may still be looking for us. Got it. Rest a while on this wall first. We'll probably escape from them. What a relief. It's safe. Come up. I report the situation to Yella below. You have to come down and help me. Yes. Yella is leaning against the wall with her eyes closed. She looks very weak. I see signs of blood on her leg, but the place isn't bright enough for me to determine the extent of the wound. Looks like we'll have to get out of here first before we can take a closer look. How about this? Oh, hold your but yes, are you still going to mind at this point? But fine, but you mustn't look up. I won't look. Hurry up, I'll check your wound when we get out of this place. I can't move my leg, I might be a little heavy. It's okay. I still have to lift you up no matter how heavy you are. Come. I bend down and motion for Yella to climb on my shoulders. She hesitates for a while, but she follows my instructions anyway. Let's go. This don't look too good. Yella has a bullet wound down there. You. Her face still has remnants of blood I spilled when I tried to feed her that pack earlier. She opens her mouth but stops herself from saying anything. I now really miss her usual domineering form. She can nature me, but it really feels awkward when we're staring at each other without saying anything. You can drink the rest. I hand that packet containing a tiny amount of blood to Yella. She raises her hand, but it drops back on the ground in no time. She can only keep those purple eyes trained on me. Come here. Me asking me to come to you? She's just staring at me and isn't saying anything. Silence means consent, sorry. In that case, I'll pour the remaining amount of blood into my mouth and deliver it to Yella's mouth. Soon a miracle occurs. The blood on her face is absorbed by her skin. Her legs is regenerating rapidly, with new muscular tissue growing from inside, forcing out any foreign objects, and that bullet chatters on the ground. After some time, the wound on her leg has disappeared completely, and I can't even see a scar as if she had never been shot in the first place. Indeed. And now we eventually find ourselves back in the place which we didn't want to be. Okay, folks, we're going to leave things off here for the time being. This is definitely a vampire's melody in some way because we are up to no good as always. And we always find ourselves in sticky situations like those hooligans back there. The Tiger Gang, do they call themselves as? Well, we'll probably encounter them in the future as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you all in the next time of Vampire's Melody. Thank you so much for watching, and take care of yourselves.